There's one question that Virendra asked Dhirendra, that SWP, and the way he was asking the question, I got the feeling I remembered one instance that you had given once, that somebody asked you, tell me two good mutual funds, and after you told him two good mutual funds, he asked you to tell him two SIPs also. So some people have this idea that SIP, SWP are different products. So would you like to clarify that for people generally?
Yeah, I would like to clarify that, SWP and SIP, they are not a mutual fund. Many people do ask me that, give me a good SIP fund or fund for SIP. Every fund is actually, you can do a SIP in any fund. You can do a SWP from any fund. You can invest in an equity fund. You can invest in a debt fund. Depending on the amount of money that you need, depending on your experience with the market and your risk tolerance, because a new investor can't withstand the decline in value of equity, the possible decline in value of equity in a brief period of time. An experienced investor can well withstand. Also, depending on the scale of money, for example, his need was just about 18 lakh rupees, 1.8 lakh rupees from a corpus of 50 lakh rupees, which is not very significant. It is just about 3.6% or so. So I would say that he can well invest in an equity fund, withdraw, set up a SIP of 15,000 rupees. And in the worst of situation, even in a very bad market, he will not be disappointed, because there is the likelihood of eating heavily into his capital, even if the market is down substantially for a couple of months or a year or so, is not much. But if this need for withdrawal would have been about 8% or 9%, or that is the amount, and your risk tolerance goes down when you retire or when your income stops, and that is when you have to deal with it conservatively. Your need is higher and your dependence on income. So lot of variables, and every fund is eligible for SIP, SWP. Choose the right kind of fund based on these two variables, which I think is a very delicate and important decision. And going wrong can disappoint you heavily.